It's almost too much to capture in one video. Wander along with us, from cold, cozy winter days in South Africa, via the stunning wildlife and nature in Kruger National Park, into the green and tropical Mozambique. Can someone pinch us? Welcome back, everyone!
Hi.
It is freezing cold in Pretoria. We have to do some paperwork, get our last medicines and things in order. Of course, PANGO also needed some attention.
Yes. We have some coolant leaking. It's dripping here by the clutch pedal. So we're going to British 4x4 to get some advice, see what's happening and what we can do about it. So as all good Land Rover owners do, we end up at British 4x4 to first admire everything that's standing there and then get some good advice.
After that, we'll be seeing some of Carla's family this weekend, and we're going in the direction still of Mozambique. 2 days of maintenance, admin, sorting lost things out, and then
More adventure.
more adventure. Game drive.
A game drive. Yeah, we should buy a game drive vehicle, like that one, and just have like open.
Like there in the back.
Yeah, you just clean it up and you have it like an open thing. And there should be nothing in there to steal.
Full cabrio.
Nobody wants to steal it anyway. And yeah, amazing, just for Cape Town. And we hope to, if he has some stock, we hope to replace this with a fully stainless steel version that doesn't hook your pants and rip your pants like I have done, and it doesn't have the plastic that just wears out if the door starts moving. And they fixed a wrongly placed hinge, which is now finally working, and the door is another door. Oh no, not when I put stuff in between. Sunscreen? It closes without having to bliksem it.
Jonathan has like this. He hardly blinked at it. He just
said it's wrong way around.
Wrong way around.
Yeah. So. And then he also, do you want us to fix it? I said, yes, please. It's gonna sort out some extra spares, and then I think we're good to go.
I'm Jonathan Kaywood, and I'm the proud owner of British 4x4, and we've been in business for 25 years. It's been my passion and my dream to have a Land Rover and to enjoy Land Rovers, and I do really love my vehicles I'm driving. They bring pleasure to me, and it brings people from all over the world. It brings us together and we share the same interests. Yeah. Well, I don't really enjoy working on them, but but just their capability and yeah, the places they can take you to. The design of the vehicle is for adventure and to travel and to, they utilize them especially for adventure. So it definitely is a good 4x4 vehicle.
Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Hi, Lida.
Before we left the city, we stopped by at Land Crew for a coffee and of course a chat about our favorite vehicle with Julio.
Very nice.
Cool.
Thanks, man. Why donkey?
Let's see.
Tattoos of memories and that skin on trial. For what it's worth, it's been worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope that the time of your life is something unpredictable, but in the end it's... We are currently in Limpopo. Close to Nelstrom, at the farm of some of Carla's family, and it's lovely. We stayed in a little wooden house the last few days, which was nice because it's quite cold here. So it's time to make our way up north, and that's what we're gonna do, or make our way up to warmer places. We're gonna cross a border to Mozambique, our first border crossing on this trip. But not before we go to the Kruger Park. We'll drive there tomorrow. We're ready to hit the road again. And we're looking forward to go to Mozambique. And curious what it will bring, how it will be a new country. Very excited. How are things with the headlights?
Just shiny.
Kruger Park has 8 gates. Well, this is definitely not the biggest one, but only one person in line. And that while holidays have started in South Africa.
Today. At the camp.
The Kruger National Park is one of Africa's most iconic wildlife destinations. It's about 20,000 square kilometers, almost half of my home country, the Netherlands. This vast wilderness is home to an incredible diversity of life. More than 500 bird species, 100 kinds of reptiles, and nearly 150 species of mammals, including all the big 5. We didn't spot them all during our visit, but wow, we were treated by the park's varied landscape and wildlife.
And we've at least seen 3 of the big 5.
Yeah.
We had the buffaloes,
The ellies.
a lot of elephants, and
A lion this morning.
lions too. 3 lions this morning. We're still missing the rhinos and leopards. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we're gonna keep looking. Now we sort of on a side loop. We have the main roads that are tarred, and then you have the side loops, and I'm hoping this brings more luck. All we see is elephant dung. Buffalo. Smelling us. Okay. Didn't smell nice.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Lion? I just said to Carla, we had once such an impressive buffalo sighting.
Yeah.
A few years ago we were in Botswana.
Yes.
And
on the border, on the Chobe River.
yeah, in the border between Botswana and Namibia. And we were on a boat on the Chobe River. I'll check if I have some footage.
Yes.
Massive buffalo
Herds.
Migrating.
We were actually busy with a sunset cruise, and we were just going in between them, sort of. Yeah. But they were less spooked than these ones.
Yeah.
And we just turned out of camp. I think you can probably somewhere still see the fences. And then here he stands.
When it's itching, it's itching.
Yes. You have to use all means you can.
Entering Mozambique.
It's not a bad border crossing.
No, smooth.
It was quite smooth, and there's no one else there. It's only the officials and the park officials and the customs and immigration officials.
Yeah, 10 officials and us.
Yeah. And some angry-looking policemen. We had all the right paper for the car.
I had to pay a visa on arrival. I could have got it, I think, beforehand.
Yeah, there's the e-visa link that they showed us now. It sounds like it's newish.
Yeah.
But yeah, we couldn't find it online yesterday, so
I could pay with South African rand. It was 250 rand to get the 30-day visa with my Dutch passport.
yeah, I have nothing because it's a SADC country, so no payments for me.
Yeah, she's very cheap.
Cheap date. And we just had the park fees, which is also different for South Africans and other nationalities.
Yeah, so we crossed from one park, Kruger Park, into another park. It's the Limpopo National Park.
Yeah.
Never been right now. Is dat goed? Roadblock.
Why are we standing still more than 100 meters from the elephant?
Well,
Tembi trauma.
Remember, yeah.
Yes. Now we're thinking maybe these elephants don't. Maybe they're not as used to the cars than as the Kruger elephants. So we're not taking chances. And this one seems to be waiting for us almost.
Yeah. Well, he's moving now.
Moving now.
We'll give him some extra
head start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when they move that one leg like this,
This little kick that you don't know what is it.
I'm gonna stay put for a little while. Another roadblock.
Another roadblock caused by the elephant. You see all of the damage here to the trees. It's all elephants. Luckily, I have someone here who has completed the 4x4 course. Oh no, I don't. Thank you. So, we just arrived at our first camping in Mozambique. Kovane Community Lodge.
Yep.
But for now we're trying to take a walk down to the lake. And this is the start. There's the lake.
It's pretty far.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we get there, but it says road to lake. Long road to lake.
Morning.
Hey,
How was the shower?
scalding hot, but freezing cold.
Okay. Need a coffee?
Yes, please. The good stuff. Thank you.
From the inland, we made our way to the coast. Slowly, the landscape changed from bush to a more tropical scenery. So we're in Belene
At the
flip-flop bar. It's a big lake here that also at some point enters the sea.
yes.
And our plan is to drive around the lake a little bit and see if we can find either a camp spot, a wild camp spot, or a campsite. Should we change the Defender?
Yes. It's also green. Blowing off some steam.
Trying to go up there. No luck so far. So we're deflating the tires a bit more. Ready?
One more time. Just once. And then I go to camping. Nope.
No luck with the sandy track, but we found a camping right at the lake.
We're checking out at Bul Bul Backpackers.
Yeah.
Warm sunny morning.
Yes, warm and beautiful view just behind the bushes there. It's the water.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a nice backpackers or camping. There's some like glamping tents and stuff.
Yeah, they made us very good.
Shakshuka last night. Perfect.
Okay.
Poor Pango. Sorry, Pango. I'm sorry. And there's cactuses. Oh,
We're on this path and hoping to find a wildcamp spot on the sea, actually, I think.
Oh, yeah, just above the sea. I don't know, it's a little bit higher.
We found it on Overlander,
And was recommended also by people that we met in Rovers,
Yeah.
some Overlanders.
and we were warned. Your car might get a scratch or two.
Yeah! I didn't expect so many cactus.
Cacti.
It's not a cactus, it's a prickly pear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it make it better?
The Indian Ocean. And Pango is parked over there. And we're gonna go for a swim. Or this one maybe just dipping her toes. What's going on here?
There was something rattling and I had to open it up and there was a little bolt loose. So now it's not so much of a rattle anymore. But this was happening.
And that drove someone crazy.
Ah, you too. Not just me this time. Still a little bit, but better.
What are you doing? Brushing my hair because I'm gonna have a haircut. I'm going to the hairdresser.
Mentally preparing yourself more.
Mentally preparing myself for a hairdresser who nowadays is also a part-time mechanic. And goes by the name of Carla.
Will I live to cut another day?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, maybe some adjustments later, but
Yeah.
overall, especially at the front, I think it's good.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning. We are walking on the coastline of Mozambique, close to the town of Zavala. I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, but that's where we have been wild camping for the last 2 nights.
Our Portuguese is not great. Non-existent.
You learned a word?
Obrigado and I think peixe for the fish. The fishermen.
Our first few days in this country are amazing, I must say. What are your thoughts on Mozambique?
Yeah, it has been also quite different driving through the country. So we came from Kruger Park into a national park, Limpopo Park, which was very much like Kruger Park, just with almost no animals. And then it started getting more greener and a little bit more agriculture and then more tropical, and then we reached the coast. So it's interesting to see that change in a matter of 2 hours or so. And people quite friendly.
Yeah, I agree.
I would say you feel comfortable. Even when wild camping, you feel very comfortable. People are friendly, just waving at you. The language barrier makes it that you can't really talk to each other. But other than that, it's a strange mix of cultures. You can say that from our viewpoint, at least. It's Africa, but it's also, it looks a little bit like Thailand. Like on the coastal regions, with especially in the little towns where there's shops and bars, and just everyone is entrepreneurial. Everyone's trying to sell something, trying to grow something, which they then try to sell on the side of the road or in the street.
And then also some Latin American vibes I'm picking up. The music, their colorful clothes, and the relaxed vibes, I guess.
Also then the beautiful African material that they use. The women almost all wear these skirts of this colorful material. It's beautiful.
So we're excited to explore Mozambique further in the next few weeks.
Some more chill time by the beach, some good food. Maybe, if we have the guts, we'll try diving again.
Yeah. I mean, we need that good experience, right?
Yeah, we need a nice tropical experience to feel good about diving.
Yeah,
scuba diving.
Wander along with us. See you next time.
If you like watching our videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hope to see you next time.